caught a mustache there and she went.
Well, now we know what you're into.
Yeah, that's not a scene I'm into.
I got handcuffs. You want to do the full experience?
I love you and your cheesecake. I'm not sure which I love more. No, I love cheesecake.
Judges, please take your seats. Judges, please take your seats.
Where are we going to take it?
Sir, please take your seat. Please take your seat, sir.
Oh, we're going to make poor Russ. We're going to stuff Russ next week. Russell's been stuffed in smaller places. Russ is in the bar. He's in the bar. Stay there.
It's gonna rain again.
Alright, we're 1 minute away. And I hope Russ doesn't come yet, because I have a great opening line. As long as you don't start off with ladies and germs. How long does it condoms?
Good evening, Ramrod! Well, that's a pretty good response. I'm pleased. You guys do me a favor. I'm getting old. Don't make me work for this one. All right. If you notice that there's an empty chair here in the front, we invited Donald Trump to join us, but he's too busy being impeached. So we ran over to La Boy and we finagled just Russ Johansson to join us tonight.
I'm not getting it. He needs a shot.
All right, welcome to the Ramrod. This is our 25th anniversary. This will be our 25th Mr. Ramrod contest. First, we want to thank Zach and Steve. You know, he's given us a home. He's given us someplace that we can go. We can, we call it home. It's safe. It's inclusive. It has a very diverse following. And you know what? It's right now, I believe it's one of the longest running leather bars, single owners in the country right now. In the country.
Thank you, boys.
I mean, look around, 25 years. You know, I didn't even know that there was a Hobbit painted on the wall until they cleaned the nicotine off. Suddenly there was a painting. I got up, I came to work and I went, wow, what the fuck is that?
I don't remember how many people I broke up with at this bar.
I'm not saying a word. You know, you want to see how gracefully this place is aged? Come to happy hour. Some of the guys have been here for so long they have nameplates. And of course, Kevin. He showed me a picture of him today, handed it to me and asked me if I recognized the guy. Of course I had to say yes. All right, you guys ready to get started? Yeah! And are the contestants ready? All right, let's bring on the contestants. You want to meet them? All right. So let's bring to the stage for the first round of judging, and then I'll go over some things because I'm sure I'm going to have to do a little bit of fill tonight. The first judging for this evening is going to be introduction of the contestants, and also formal wear. So let's bring to the stage contestant number 1, Randy Lee. Randy Lee is 52 years of age. He's a flower shop manager. He's 6'3", weighs 163 pounds. He has brown hair, hazel eyes, and he has a 7-inch cock. He's a member of the South Florida Minotaurs. He is currently the Sergeant at Arms and Pledge Master. He's a member of the Veterans Affairs Million Man Project, MVP, and Mama's family member, Mama's Randy. Give it up for contestant number 1, Randy Lee. All right, let's bring to the stage contestant number 2, Blade Onyx. Blade Onyx is 48 years old. He is a barber. He's 5'9". Let's forget the 5 foot, and let's talk about the 9 inches. Who was that? It wasn't Elvira. You're dating yourself. A lot older than that. 160 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, and he has a... 9.5. It looks like it says 18-inch cock.
All right!
He has a 6.5-inch cock. All right, let's move on to contestant number 3, Corey David. Corey David is 49 years old. He is a real estate agent. He's 6'1", 250 pounds, brown hair, blue eyes. He's 49 years old, has a 7.5-inch cock. And I did forget to mention, for Blade, he is a member of Onyx Deep South. And Corey David is he's a current member of the Leather Archives and Museum located in Chicago. He annually donates 10% of all commissions to the community LGBTQ organizations. And our last and final contestant for the evening is Cruz. Come to the stage, Cruz. Cruz is 34 years of age. He is a music producer and recording artist. He's 5'7", 130 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes, and he has a 7-inch cut cock. Here are your contestants. Give it up for your contestants, the class of 2019. Well, you guys, you all have pretty faces. Now let's see the other side. Notice how quiet it gets in here when these men turn around, because most of you guys are bottoms. I said most. We've already seen your third leg. Thank you very much.
Ring the bell!
All right, gentlemen, please leave the stage. Oh, well, turn back around so we can see those pretty faces. And contestant number 4, going backwards, Cruz. Contestant number 3, Corey David. Contestant number 2, Blade Onyx. And contestant number 1, Randy Lee. All right, last night, how many of you were here for the meet and greet? All right, we had a pretty good turnout. We were happy. You guys almost had me going hoarse. I was out there without a mic last night, screaming at the top of my lungs. Last night was the meet and greet. This afternoon, behind closed doors, we had the contestant interviews. It lasted for about 3 hours. Yeah, roughly about 3 hours. All the judges were here. And so that was the first portion of the contest. Now this evening we're going to be seeing Jock, and not only intro and Leather, which you just saw. We're going to be seeing Jock with a on-stage spoken fantasy, and we're also going to be seeing the barware and pop questions. So each of the contestants will get a pop question. We like to keep it a little light and humorous. So with that being said, we'll move on to the next thing. We want to acknowledge our sponsors this evening. We have 2, and I know I have it written down here somewhere. We've got the Leatherworks and Stompers Boots, and we also have Claw, Cleveland Leather Awareness Weekend. How many of you have been to Claw? Yeah, it's a hell of a weekend. It really exciting part is they have a lot of really great classes, and there's no contest, which is, you know, I love a good contest. But it's a break. That's what it is. It's a break. It's going to be this next April 2020 from the 23rd to the 26th in Cleveland, Ohio. So if you have a chance, please go and support them as they've supported us. So let's give it up for the Leatherworks and Claw, please. All right. So I guess the first thing we're going to do is work our way backwards with the judges. And I asked these guys for fairly short, concise bios. As most of them are tops, they don't pay any attention to what I say.
Exactly.
So we're going to go and let them do it themselves. Our first judge is Daddy Dog. Can I have my paper?
My name is Daddy Dog. I'm actually the alpha in a triad with my boy Sir Cub sitting next to me, and my puppy's running around here somewhere. His pup back. Let's see. I am the 2018, the 2019, and the 2020 Florida puppy handler. I'm a member of Mama's Family. I'm Mama's Daddy Dog. I'm a member of Phoenix. I just do a whole bunch of things. I also teach a whole bunch of different courses at Leatherworks. I teach at the Gateway Dungeon and a lot of different events around the country. Things that I teach are usually interesting, fun stuff like puppy and handler classes, fear play, waterboarding, gun play, knife play, smoke play, sounds. And if you bring me peanut butter, I'll be your best friend.
No!
And Puff Aspen's worst enemy. Interesting dynamic there. For you, it's reward. For you, it's punishment.
The good sadist never beats
How are we
the
doing
best.
back there, guys? Need a couple more minutes. Okay, we're going to move on to our next judge. This is Russ Johansson. He was Mr. Ramrod 1996. You competed when you were what, 12?
Yes, absolutely.
And today you're what, 16?
22.
As old as the boys that work on the boy?
Yes.
That's exactly it.
That's right.
Hello everyone, it's great to be here tonight, and a lot of you know who I am, and a lot of you are new to town, but this is a great leather community. Ramrod's been a great establishment for 25 years, and I'm proud to be part of it. So, look forward to our contestants and finding out who wins tonight.
All right, how are we doing back there? All right, so I don't know if any of you have ever stepped up, but it takes a lot of courage for these guys to do this. So, we're going to give them as much leeway as we can. Right now, there's 4 big men in a very small box. That sounds really good, doesn't it? 4 big men in a small box. So I'm going to stretch a little bit, and I'm going to stretch David Howe.
So's the box.
I want to introduce you to producer and your assistant producer, David Howe and Scott Bloomstein. This is David's 7th year as producer for Mr. Ramrod Contest, and as I think some of you know him. A little bit. Scott was Mr. What? Who said gay days? Scott was Mr. Ramrod 2017, and he has been a really active and really active member. That man will show up for the opening of an envelope, I have to tell you. And he always comes dressed leather appropriate. I went to an opening of a gallery, and all these people are in ties and all this other kind of stuff. He comes walking through the door with these Coochie Mama shorts. Tight. Thigh-high, knee-high boots, a harness, and as he walked around, I couldn't decide whether he was art or he was there to see the art. All right, give a big hand to these two guys. They've done a hell of a job. these guys in the back don't realize how long it is for you guys while I'm chattering up here.
Yes, we do.
All right, yes we do. Fuck you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Your tally masters this evening are Don Leach and Pete Scott. Your den boy is a king. And your judge's boy, and I think some of you also know him, God knows he's gotten around, is Jay Donahue. And as he walks by, just take a look at that ass. Lord, I wanted to borrow him for a cocktail table tonight. He's busy. All right, are we at 2 minutes, oh, we have 1 minute left. All right, I wanted to save that for a little while. But do you want to talk a little bit about the scoring system? We're doing regular scoring. And can I borrow one of your score sheets for a second? Okay. Okay. So let me ask you, the interview, how many points was that?
Interview was 40 points.
Okay, and the introduction is?
20 points.
And the jock?
20 points.
And the barware?
20 points.
20, 20, 20, 40, right? 100 points in total. We do not have a Olympic scoring for this. It's going to be straight scoring across the board. All right, we are ready. So in the category of jock, I know that I have one of these in here. Hold on for a second while I flip through my pages. In the category of jock, let's bring to the stage contestant number 1, Randy Lee. All right, Randy. So I'm going to try to make. All right. Wow. All right. Randy is, he volunteers for the West Palm Beach Comprehensive AIDS Program, Dinner Social, the Lambda Men's Brotherhood Leather Auction and Leather Mass Ball, the Smart Ride Crew, FLSB, FCBB, which is Florida Leather Surf Boy, Florida Community Boot Black St. That 3 Times Fest, South Florida Trans Pride, Southeastern Alliance of Leather, SEAL, Pig Week, EDC, Mr. Ramrod Contest and Fundraisers, and the Mr. Rubber Contest and Fundraisers. Obviously, this man is bored. You need a life. Thank God you don't have one. His kinks are voyeurism, flogging, spanking, nipple play, and role play. All right. Are you ready to give us your fantasy? You sure? Okay, you guys want to listen to this one?
Yeah!
Don't pull your dicks out, though.
Can we pull our neighbor's dick out?
Yes. Palpable sexual energy. Imagine this, if you will. I'm standing out front of the Ramrod. It's that classic photo shoot you see. You're holding a chain with puppies on the end. Pup rockets, twin pup rockets. And the photographs turns out perfect. But we're hot, so we decided to come in. And I don't know if you've ever been in this bar in the middle of the day, but it's very dark in here in the middle of the day.
Hell yes!
Open the door, and who's sitting there? Daddy Dog up on his perch. And I'm a little confused because Scott Blumstein is at his feet, bound and gagged. Yes, Blumstein gagged. I walk through the leather straps coming to
Not
the
even
bar,
close.
and it's a hyperized pig dance, and everybody's nude. Talk about sexual energy. Bumping and grinding by then.
Yeah.
The music is going good. Feeling all the hot, sweaty men. All the goodness. I decided to make my way to the patio. That pool table. That's why that pool table. Oh, that pool table. Get to the back door, and who's there? Spirit. It's EDC. It's EDC. Luckily, I have all my gear on, including that sash. That is my fantasy. So I get to the back patio, and there's tons of demonstrations going. All the ones I love: spanking and flogging, candle waxing. Walk up. What are you doing in the corner over there? So anyways, I have my fun back there, but as I'm looking around, I notice these guys look familiar.
Really?
It's all of my ex-lovers. Talking about sexual energy.
So I've had enough of the back, and I decided to come on through to the Hall of Fame. And when I opened up the door, there's my Scott standing there with his hand out, and he says, "Follow me." We walk through the empty bar to that pool table, and he says, "Let's fuck." In that moment, I realized my fantasy.
All right. That was definitely all-inclusive. Wow. That's what we call a PC fantasy. Got that one covered.
Oh my God.
Where was Bill
All right, where's the duct tape?
Yes.
We got it right here.
Yeah, he had the mic. He was narrating this whole thing. One of his fantasies is voyeurism, okay? So I have to narrate.
Oh my God.
All
I
right.
couldn't.
Contestant number 1, Randy Lee. Give it up. You know, over the past 25 years, we've had some pretty amazing people that have stepped up to be counted, and there's two that come to mind. That I have to tell you, these two gentlemen I have a tremendous amount of respect for. I have watched them grow. I have watched them become not just amazing men, leathermen, but I have watched them become amazing leaders in this community. You know, over the course of the past 2 years, Scott Blumstein and also Elimination. It's unusual to see title holders, especially concurrent, that work together in such great harmony. These two guys have done really, truly amazing things for the community. They have stepped up not only to share their experience, strength, and hope with all of us, but they've given us an opportunity to take a good look at ourselves and what we bring to the party here. So let's give a big round of applause to Scott Blumstein and Elimination, please. Judges, how we doing? We all set? All right, contestant number 2, we all set? Let's go ahead and bring to the stage Blade Onyx. His community involvement is fundraising with Onyx for various charitable causes. Spearhead, the food and toy drive for Dude's Barber. Hey! I'm talking to you! His kink and fetishes are impact play, light bondage, piss, and armpits. All right, you should have a ball in here tonight because this is going to be one sweaty fucking mess when we're done.
Good evening. How many of you have ever had a fantasy about having sex in your barbershop?
Well, in your barbershop.
Well, I'm a barber, and I'm going to take you on a journey. I'm going to need a little bit of your help, though.
Hey!
So whenever I raise my right hand with this microphone, like this, I need you to say, "Sexy Daddy."
Yeah.
All right. So after a long day at the shop, myself and another barber's there, about to close up, and just before I lock the door, here comes this wanting a haircut at the last moment. I tell the other barber, I'll cut his hair, you go ahead, once I'm done, I'll lock up. Now he's ruggedly sexy, not your classic definition of good looking, not a model by any means. I sit him in the chair, he proceeds to tell me how he wants his haircut. We get through the haircut. Now one of the things that I offer all clients is a scalp, neck, and shoulder massage at the end of the service. So I ask him if he would like that. He tells me yes. Now, I tell him I'm going to use some coconut oil because it's healthy for the scalp, the hair, and it's great lubrication. Hey. Look, it just helps my hands glide through the hair.
White hair.
So I proceed to start with the massage, and this moans. I know that something is about to happen. I continue to massage him. I look down and I see that he's got a bulge in his pants.
Big old white bulge. Sorry.
So, I begin to work my way down, start massaging his shoulders, and then his chest. And he just, what if somebody walks in? So I walk over to the door, flip the lock, pull the shades, and as I turn around, this has dropped his pants. He's standing there in his underwear, dick hard as a rock. I proceed to recline the chair, have him lie back. I begin to massage his chest, work my way down to his abs, and I start rubbing his dick. At this point, I know it's about to go down. I grabbed his underwear with both hands, rip them off, expose his dick, 8 inches thick, uncut, dripping with free cum. Now, being the cocksucking connoisseur that I am,
One loves a bougie queen.
I stick out my tongue and lap that up.
Yes, sir.
I start giving him some head.
Amen.
He's moaning and groaning. I lift his legs, spread them. He shows me his pretty hole. Now, by this time, we're both all lubed up in grease, so
Why
as I'm
not?
deep throating him, like only I do,
Why not?
I slide one finger in his hole,
Why not?
then 2, and eventually a 3rd. And at this point, I know I have got to fuck him.
Yes.
And your point is what?
I pull my hands out. His gaping hole is staring me in my face. I get up, position myself. I start fucking slowly. Then I start to pick up the pace. He puts his hands on my hips and tries to stop me. But we're so oiled up and that hole is so wet that I'm hitting like a jackhammer. I tell him I'm about to come. And he tells me that he wants to taste it. So I pull out, straddle his face, my balls hanging in his mouth, jerk a couple of times. As I'm about to come, I put my dick in front of his mouth, shoot the first jet into his mouth, the rest is all over his face. His tongue is trying to lap all of it. Now, I've got mine. He's still jerking furiously. I step back and watch. He lets loose with this huge load, shoots over his shoulder, splatters on the mirror behind us. He gets up, he gets dressed, and he walks out. So now I'm standing here in amazement, looking at myself in this cum-drenched mirror, almost in disbelief at what just happened. Now, I'm like, I cannot believe that I just had this happen with this
Sexy daddy.
No. Wow. Chief Daddy. That motherfucker left and did not pay me.
Not to worry, I'll be making appointments for him all night. And let's not forget, let's give a big hand to our commentator, Bruce. All right, that's contestant number 2, Blade Onyx. Don't worry, guys, I'm not going to cheat you. You're going to get to see their asses, but we're going to do it all at the same time. All right, so we've got a few minutes here. Let's move on to our next judge. The next judge for this evening is, I think most of you know him. Most of you have had him. Oh, is his husband here? Most of you have had him. Whispering on a microphone, that does a hell of a lot, doesn't it? Bar manager, friend, amazing man. Works his ass off in this community and has married really well.
Yes.
Kevin Wright.
I'm probably the most innocuous bar manager in town. I don't usually announce it. Thank you, Saul. I've worked for Zach and Steve for 19 years, managed for 17 years. I am married to the most amazing man.
Put the mic close.
He's out cruising.
Hey!
Put it up to your mouth like you
on the
mean it.
leather, sir. Lawrence Fox.
Yeah! Yeah!
And I'm proud to be a part of this bar in this community. It's one of the most things important to me in this life. And my friendships. Thank you, Joe.
Kevin Wright. All right, our next judge is, let me see, what year was that? 2017? 2016. He was Mr. Florida Rubber. Florida Mr. Rubber, FMR? Yeah, Florida Mr. Rubber. I gotta screw that up. If you haven't been to a rubber contest, you really need to go see this. It's a well-oiled circus. It is probably one of the most spontaneous things that I've ever experienced. You know, I'm so used to these structured contests. You go in there, and these guys are ape shit crazy. Thank God they are. Wonka Pup.
Not a lot you don't know about me or haven't seen about me. I'm Wonka Pup. I was 2016 Mr. Florida Rubber.
He's amazing!
Thank you. Second runner-up at International. Mama's Wonka Pup. I'm happy to be here. These guys are putting on a great show. It takes a lot of guts, like Bill says, to get up there. Even talking on this mic, I'm sweating.
Yes!
So I can imagine what it takes to be up there on that stage. So whenever they come out here, give them a round of applause, because it does take balls.
Yes!
And however good they do, they're doing great already. They're all winners. So give them a round of applause, everybody.
All right. Now, I would normally hand the mic off to our next judge. However, we have to be out of here by midnight, so.
Thank you!
Got your feet. You smell the beer all over.
All right, are we ready? Okay, judges, are we ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, let's bring to the stage contestant number 3, Corey David.
Be careful.
Corey David is a current member of the Leather Archives and Museum. Oh, we already did that. His community involvement is T-Pan.
Does the age rise?
Ah, it's not quite T-balling. That would be a hell of a fundraiser. Yeah, I would like that.
Teabagging.
Teabagging. Oh, sorry. Did I screw that up? What did I say? T-balling?
Teabagging.
Oh, T-ball is a sport, isn't it?
That's exactly.
Ah, yeah. Sorry, I'm that butch. All right, the Howard Brown Center board member emeritus, Damian Center, you write like a doctor or a serial killer? I can't figure it out. HIV/AIDS fights since 1997. He's a chairman 2000 to 2003,
Yes.
and Mr. Chicago Leather, second runner-up, 2018.
Good evening, everyone. So my fantasy, I've been a realtor now 20 years. My fantasy is that I get a call for a listing appointment. I show up to the listing appointment. There's a guy that just got home from the gym, and he says, my partner will just be here in a few moments. He's sitting there in his wear from being at the gym with this huge cock showing. Next thing you know, his husband walks in, and he's dressed in his dress clothes. The first thing we want to do is go through our presentation. The second is to actually see their house. So we have to walk through their entire home. So they show me the living room, the family room, and the pool. We go through the bedrooms. They have one more room to show me, and it's the dungeon. By surprise. So I'm looking around the room. We've got our sling hanging there. We've got every tool that we need. The one with his shorts on from the gym starts to show his hard cock. He pulls them slowly down. The other one that just came from the office starts to unbutton his shirts. Then they both start to work on me. The other works on my cock and pulls down my pants. The other one pulls off my shirt and little nipple play.
I'll buy the house.
Next thing you know,
Wow!
because it has the dungeon.
Wow! Bill, really?
Next thing you know that I'm in the sling. The one's got his hard cock. penetrating my ass. The other one's got his balls in his cock in my mouth.
Fuck yeah.
They start to put the clamps on me, with my tits a little bit. The other one says he's gonna come, and I'm trying to hold him back a little bit. The one that has his cock in my mouth offers me a little drink prior to coming all over my chest. At that time, I start to jerk off and can't take it anymore, and I come all over myself.
Yeah.
So that is my fantasy.
Yeah.
All right, let's give it up. Do you remember the good old days when people used to be like shy to talking about sex? Boy, that's changed.
Yeah.
All right, contestant number 3, Corey David. All right. So, well, right now, elimination's writing. So I figured I'd do this whole fill for him so that he has a little bit of time to talk, because you know he's very shy and very introverted. He's a wallflower
My goodness.
with lots of thorns. I could say a couple of other things. Did you guys get to see that Facebook posting with his IML brothers?
Yes.
He had a kilt on. So he squats down in front of, you know, the whole group of guys. Of course, he always is in the front. I mean, he's, once again, he's shy and demure and all that shit. So he's in the front of the pack. He squats down. They take the photograph, and it's circulating all over Facebook. And he's got 3 fucking legs.
Oh my God.
So I called him and I said, listen, I just saw the posting on Facebook. How come you're flashing your dick to the whole world? Well, you know, that's what... I'm sure it didn't help. He did place number 10 in the top 20, so... Yeah! Elimination.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Leather is alive tonight. What's up, Ramrod? I am so proud to have represented this year. I am the head judge, Elimination Onyx. Alright, so we'll just wait. Alright, so thank you, Ramrod, for coming out. I wish the contestants the best. It's been a great year. I am thankful to be your representative this year. I look forward to the wonderful things that Mr. Ramrod 2019 will do for us and continue this wonderful legacy of 25. Let me say it again, 25 years. Standing tall, standing firm. Everyone say, repeat after me, Leather is alive.
You know, I do also want to say that you started a couple of campaigns this year. Hey. You started a couple of campaigns this year. You want to talk a little bit about those?
So, one of the things that I wanted to do this year was to make sure that with our wonderful leader in the White House, the Dorito, I wanted to make sure that we didn't leave our community behind. So immediately, and I went in October and November, I started the Enough campaign. It was a time where we had to say enough killings, enough racism, enough phobias, enough separation of our siblings, enough forgetting about us, enough taking money away from those who need it the most. AIDS, the ladies who need it for Planned Parenthood, Ryan White. We gotta make sure that we support our community, and it was time to say enough. Additionally, we had to say, I am enough. Where we had to realize that your presentation, your leather, your journey, how you live in this world is enough. Self-attachment is the best thing ever. And no matter what anyone tells you, your journey is enough. Your life is enough. Where you are right now is enough. And never let anyone erase who you are, where you're going, and what you will be.
All right, judges, we're ready. Thank you, Elimination. All right, let's bring to the stage contestant number 4, Cruz. the Baldwin Florida Puppy Contest. He is an Onyx pledge, I believe. You're an Onyx pledge? All right. And he does a lot of fundraising and the Land of Leather auction volunteer. His fetishes are fisting, piss, electro play, suspension, bondage, rope, one that I can't read, flogging, that's a really dirty one. Google. Flogging, ass play toys, exhibition, muscle or armpit worship, and pup play. You're not going to believe what just came into my mind. I'm not going to say that out loud. Yes. All right. And here he is.
Hi, I'm Cruz, and my fantasy is to go into a dark dungeon, all smoky, dark, and going and making my cruising way through to where there's a big, large bed, and on that bed is two gorgeous twin fisting bottoms. I get to have to myself, and giving a good show, opening them up, and having a great ass play time. Thank you.
Thank you. Give it up for contestant number 4, Cruz. Okay, for your enjoyment, we're going to bring up. That's all right. You can't really be rude with contestants and tell them get the fuck off my stage. You know, that just wouldn't really work very well. No, you can't do that. My conscience is back here. All right, let's bring back to the stage contestant number 1, Randy Lee. Contestant number 2, Blade Onyx. Contestant number 3, Corey David. And contestant number 4, Cruz. All right, gentlemen, how you doing tonight? Everybody good? Yeah, you having a good time? Yeah. Do I have to check for excess lube backstage? Oh, thank you. That's a good answer. I like that. So is that paramount to consent? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you know, we have to be careful of these things nowadays. All right, gentlemen, please take one turn to your right. Well, at least they all have the right on the same side. All right, take another turn to your right.
Touch your shoes.
You want to throw something on the stage? A pen? Go ahead. Hey guys, I need you to pick up that pen, please. Well, we know who the bottom is. All right, turn to your right. The first one to bend over was Cruz. He's like, fuck yeah. Look at this room. That's all right. I think I'd have had my cover on because my hair would have blown in. All right, take a turn to the right, please. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to give these gentlemen an opportunity to walk through. I don't know why I keep calling them gentlemen because that's a damn lie. We're going to give them an opportunity to come out and meet you guys up close and personal. So please welcome our contestants for Mr. Ramrod 2019, starting with contestant number 4, Cruz. Contestant number 3, Corey David. Contestant number 2, Blade Onyx. And contestant number 1, Randy Lee. All right, while they're walking around, please, let's give it up for our bartenders. Make sure you tip these guys. I'm sure you're working their asses off tonight. And let's give it up for our DJ. Our DJ Daddy-O! Sorry guys, I had a senior moment there. All right, we're going to take a 15-minute break. Please get yourself a cocktail. Please only handle or manhandle the contestants with their permission. They are not public property. Enjoy yourself. We'll see you in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing? All right, I like being out in the audience. This is a lot of fun. Damn, y'all are getting trashed. Trying to get by some of you big boys is next to impossible. It's like... Excuse me? Loud mouth with the microphone coming through. All right, we're back. Okay, first of all, we want to once again acknowledge our sponsors, the Leatherworks and Stompers, and also Claw, Cleveland Leather Awareness Weekend. How's everybody doing? Are you enjoying yourself? Yes. Are you getting drunk? Do we still have any lingering hard-ons from the fantasies? And I am still taking appointments for Plain Onyx. I forgot to tell him it's a 10% commission for me. All right. All right. I'm sorry? Oh, I could use a buck. You know, what these guys are doing, we've said it a couple of times, a number of people have said, hey! Hey!
Hey!
I'm going to have to get Joey Wynn and have you put in a corner. There's nothing. Have you seen that ass? I would get such enjoyment about him facing a corner. Oh, thank you. Oh, and we even brought toys. All right. All right. Ooh, it's starting to settle in here. I like that. You ready to see your contestants again? Yeah! All right. The next. What? Who called me boring? Oh, I see. He brought it. Is the fan bus here? I won't say what I was going to say. All right, let's move on here. Let's bring to the stage for the category of barware and pop question. Contestant number 1, Randy Lee. I'm sorry, I've got to use the mic. I don't know what's going on back there, but I'm joining you. All right, here is the way that we do this. All of our judges have written down questions. Some of them are all right. Some of them are funny, and 2 of them already got trashed. Yeah, that was probably yours. So what we're going to do is, the contestant is going to pull a question out of the hat, cover, sorry. He's going to read it, he's going to give it to me. I'm going to read it out loud to you, so he has a moment to think. Yes, they're not just dicks, they do think. And then he is going to answer the question. So, before we do it, you want to turn around?
Yes. Check it out.
And if we were really, really clever, now we have a leather skirt. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Of course I'm going to pick on you. All right, let's see what we got here.
Yes, thank you.
Where did you have those? If they were where I think they were, they must be greasy.
It is scorched.
I told you some of these judges write like serial killers. You're not sure what it says? Well, I'll read it out loud. Okay, so let's see if I can interpret this. I think this is Greek. Imagine each of the judges was a dessert. Tell us what each would be. Okay, we're going to redo this. Pick one judge. I do have a deadline. Midnight's coming quickly. Who wrote this?
That was me.
You just wanted to make sure you were one of the judges talked about. I got your number. All right, pick one judge. And what dessert would they be and why?
Peach Melba.
Elimination. Hey, I know how he loves cake. So it's definitely chocolate cake with a strawberry on top.
Why?
And because I know that he loves cake, and I love chocolate cake and strawberry, so combination of the two, hell yeah.
All right, turn around one more time, all the judges. I'm going to use you guys as fill. Wow. Yeah, okay, let's see here. I asked each of the contestants to write me a short anecdote, something humorous. Some of them followed my instructions. Some did not. And Randy, I know where you're getting this from. Short. He must be a friend of Scott's. All right, so I'm going to try to sum this up pretty quickly. His story goes like this. He was at his first IML, and he decided he wanted to visit the Leather Archives and Museum. Traffic was really heavy. The trains, the buses, and the taxis were full. And he went over to the Leather Archives and Museum and kind of rushed through it. He would happen to be wearing tennis shoes. Ooh, I got an ooh over there from the corner. It gets worse.
No, it can't get worse.
So, after he finished going through the Leather Archives and Museum, what he did was, he tried to catch a cab, or a train, or a bus, and it was really packed, and it took him a lot longer than he anticipated. So he didn't have time to go put boots on. So he ended up going to IML, his first IML, in tennis shoes. Yes. So, the end result of this, he learned that he's never going to go without his boots again. And you want to blame everybody for tennis shoes and flip-flops in the bar? It's his fault. All right, contestant number one, Randy Lee. And don't worry, you guys want to wear tennis shoes, please wear tennis shoes. If you want to wear flip-flops, don't come anywhere near me because they become pervertibles. Nothing like a good spanking with a pink flip-flop with a flower on it. Love that shit. All right, how we doing, judges? We're all set? All right, are we ready for number two?
Yeah.
Let's do this again. Contestant number two, Blade Onyx. All right. What, your top button doesn't work? No? Hold on.
And?
Oh, okay, coconut oil. By the way, I'm still making appointments. All right, once again, you're going to read it to yourself, I will read it to the audience, and you'll have an opportunity to answer the question out loud. Oh, okay, well, I was hoping for something a little more dramatic, but yeah. I've seen some faces that go along with really well with an oh shit. That wasn't one of them. And I know why.
Wow.
All right, let's try this again. That looks like it's the same writing as the last one.
Hello.
Variations on a theme. It's not, you know, don't take it personally, I'm just lazy. Okay. Okay, this is better. Describe yourself as a candy. And how will you use the candy in a sex scene with one of the bartenders? Who is it going to be and what is the candy?
All right, if I had to describe myself as a candy, I'd be a Snickers bar.
Yeah.
Chocolate. Nuts.
Yeah.
You see where it's going.
Cream in the middle.
That too. Now, the way that I would use it in a sex scene, I would melt it, smear it all over David Howell.
you how well my tongue.
Hello.
All right, that was a good answer. I'm making appointments for that too. All right, you know the nice thing about a Snickers bar? You jump in the pool and you got the whole damn place to yourself. All right, a little bit about Blade. This is the story he sent me. About 15 years ago, my husband and I were making out, having sex. The slash in between them. Our dogs were in the room. The male jumped up on the bed. My husband told the dog to give me a what?
Blowjob.
Sexy daddy.
Wow. I hope he got his teeth pulled first.
Peanut
He
butter.
told the dog to give me a kiss. Rather than give me a kiss, he bit me in the...
Penis.
No, wrong. He bit me in the face. I guess he thought that I was interfering in his relationship. All right, contestant number 2, Blade Onyx. All right, I kind of like this new little addition. I don't have to think as much. Let's bring to the stage. Are we ready?
Yeah.
We ready? All right, let's bring to the stage contestant number 3, Corey David. Okay. All right, hey, do me a favor. He can read that. Put it down so the people behind can see it. See him.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, he just got chastised by the big old fat leather man with the microphone. Oh, I just got bit back. All right, let's do this again. You pull, you read, however you want to interpret that, and then I'll read it out loud and you can answer. I love all these glasses coming out from absolutely nowhere. Hold on for a second.
Gives a whole new meaning to spectacles.
Okay, here's a trivial question for you. What does black t-shirt on the left mean?
You're very hot.
Heavy-minded. You're shirtless.
He's going to call you afterwards to have dinner.
That or he found it on the floor and it's someone else's shirt. Okay, on the application it asks for your dick size. So if there is a sword fight, do you have any special moves we should be aware of?
Of course I have special moves. That's why I'm running for Mr. Ramrod. No, my special move is always to be fucking sexy.
Yeah, you are.
And at the same time, play swords with every partner I find.
I'm glad the pigginess in you hasn't changed in the last 10 minutes. Okay, this is my favorite, I have to admit. All right, this is his little anecdote. You know when you guys have walked into a club and you look down the hallway and it's a long distance away and you see this guy and you're like, oh damn, that's hot.
Yeah.
This is one of those. So a long time ago, he was in a bathhouse called Club Columbus, and he went with a friend. And after walking around for a little while, he told his friend there was a really hot guy at the end of the hall. This is going to tell you a little about him. I told him that it's my turn on the mic. I said he could head the other way around, and he was going to explore this guy. So he started walking towards him, and to his surprise, the guy started walking right towards him. He had to admit the guy was pretty hot, and the closer he got, the hotter he looked. Until he ran into the fucking mirror. What a rude awakening when you realize that you were hitting on yourself, huh? And there's a, what do you call that? Narcissism?
You run down the beach into your own arms.
I want to hear the part where halfway down the hallway you pulled your dick out and he happened to do the same thing. All right, contestant number 3, Corey David. All right, judges, how we doing? Good. Let's bring to the stage contestant number 4, Cruz. All right. Very nice. Turn around, please. Cool. That reminds me so much of Archie's. You're correct. I'm dating myself.
Yes, you are.
Nobody else will. Fuck off. All right. All right, here we go again. You're gonna get your hands off him. Okay, you're gonna take this and yeah. It's funny about leather gloves. You can't feel a fucking thing, can you? All right, you read it and then I'll read it to the audience. Now that's a better look.
Is it in Spanish?
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Okay, it's not that deep, but okay. All right, this must be the same serial killer. All right, describe a play scene that you would like to explore in which judge? Oh. You guys.
Just ask a question.
If that's your sense of humor, I'm not going to your funeral.
Wow.
We got them on eBay.
They weren't drinking yet. You were tired.
It was early.
Is this better?
Those were coffee.
Okay. If you were going, I know who wrote this one. If you were going to do a scene with a Disney character,
Oh my God.
who would it be and what would you do?
Oh hell no.
I would take Mickey Mouse and I wouldn't talk him, I'd fist him.
You would fist him? Just him? The whole team. Goofy, Minnie, Daffy. Okay, all right. So here's this little anecdote. When I ran for Florida Puppy Contest in 2016, I was so intense in my head on the stage when the winners were being announced that when they called my name, I didn't realize that I was the winner.
That's the truth.
Imagine how that might be. So Sheba Pup tapped him. I can just see him up there going, "Oh, bitch, don't touch me." What you doing? And explained to him that he actually won the contest. He got so excited he almost fell off the stage. I could just see it. I love you, pup. All right, let's give it up for contestant number 4, Cruz. All right, well, we're doing all this other kind of stuff and these guys are changing. What I'd like to do, there are a lot of people that continue to work in this community. Many of them are here tonight. There are a lot of people that don't have titles, I will say this. There are a lot of people that don't have titles that continue to work in the community, that have worked in the community for many years. But I'd like to invite the current and past title holders, any title, to please join us on stage. And as you come by, I'm going to have you introduce yourself and your title.
Todd Davidson, Cell Block Leatherman 2006, and one of the producers of Leather 6410.
And where is the Cell Block? Chicago, the Cell Block in Chicago. Please join us on stage. All right.
Hello, Ron Todd, Mr. Ramrod 2011.
Yeah, that's a good point. I want to bring that up. You know, Ron is what some of you might call a title whore.
Yeah!
You can say that about me. I got 4. You can say that about David. He has 4. You have 3. Let me tell you something. Title whore, whore means you make money. Having a title means you spend money. So I guess in the grand scheme of things, that would make us title pimps. All right, welcome on stage.
Good evening, Lawrence Fox, current Florida leather serve. This one is mine, hands off or I will cut you.
He's good with a knife.
He is good with a knife. Yeah, he's left marks on me before.
Good evening, David Richwine, Mr. Ramrod 2016.
Hi everyone, thank you for coming. I hope you're enjoying the contest. I'm Scott Blumstein, Mr. Ramrod 2017. Pop Aspen, 2018 Florida Puppy.
I don't think I signed it.
Kirby, but you know, you're all title holders. You're welcome to come up.
The ad is all.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Ryan Acosta, aka Poppy J Snacks, Mr. Key West Bear 2018.
All right. Who else do we have here? Yeah, there's. You guys don't. All the judges are title holders. Imagine that. What a shock. All right, let me see. Where's David? David.
Yeah, I was not thrilled about jumping up there.
He's getting his mid-contest blowjob. All right, and Bill Hefner, International Leather Boy. I'm right here. 2008. Thank you guys. We really appreciate what you continue to do in the community. Keep up the good work. Thank you. All right, that was quick. Our contestants are ready. Judges, are you ready? All right. You're ready to go home, huh? All right, what I'm going to do is double check with David. Oh, I know where he is. He's with the Tally Masters. Okay. All right, we need 2 more minutes. Good. There are a number of organizations that are represented here this weekend, so I'd like to introduce some of them. We have Miss Kitty with the Florida Leather Rendezvous, and I believe that they meet here. Miss Kitty, when do you guys meet here? The last Saturday of the month from 9 until midnight?
8 to 10.
8 to 10. Miss Kitty, you want to tell us a little about it?
Hi. So the Florida Fetish Rendezvous is a gentle introduction into queer kink. We are some nasty fuckers just getting started, right? And so we like to have a good time. We're really thrilled that the Ramrod Bar hosts us every 4th Saturday of the month, 8 o'clock. And come on out, bring your like kinky girlfriend, your work wife, all those people who are like, oh, you do what, when, where? And you don't have any, and who, right? Thank you. And you don't have any other place to send them, so send them to us. We'll queer them the fuck up.
And I will correct myself. I believe that's the Florida Fetish Rendezvous. All right. They meet on the patio. All right. We also have members of the South Florida Minotaurs here. I believe we have a few out here. We also have members of the South Florida Kennel Club here representing this evening. I believe, although they are inactive at the moment, I think we have a number of South Florida Boys of Leather that are here this evening. We have a representative from Florida, Mr. Rubber. We have people here in representation of the Lambda Men's Brotherhood, producer of the Leather Mask Ball, which is November 30th this year at Scandal's Bar. He said the Kennel Club, did I not?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Anyone in here that I have... Oh, you know what? Onyx Deep South? We also have Onyx Pearls Deep South.
I saw a sister.
And we have members of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, Fort Lauderdale chapter. Fort Lauderdale chapter? The South Florida chapter. Okay, cool. Anyone else? Anything else? Do we have members of Florida Critter Arc here? Well, let's give them a hand. All right, where's David? David's making me work on this one. Okay.
Wolf is not here, but Wolf.
Wolf? Yes, Wolf. Women of Leather, Florida. They're also down here. We've got the Bondage Club is unfortunately no more.
They're meeting another one.
I'm sorry? The Bondage Club is reformed, and where are they located? The second Saturday at Leatherworks. Barkley, are you here?
7:30 till
7:30 until 11. So that's the second Saturday of every month for the Florida Bondage Club? South Florida Bondage Club. South Florida Bondage Club. I'm glad to see that you guys are back. I know they closed the doors for a period of time. So welcome back, welcome home. Okay, anything else? David's here. Yay! All right, that means two things. The best thing is that you're going to get to know who your winners are. And the bestest thing is I get to shut the fuck up. No, you're not stepping aside. Did I forget to tell you? And the bestest thing.
Welcome to my world.
I'd like to invite Elimination, Mr. Ramrod 2018 to the stage for a step down.
Leather is alive. I am happy to join on my way to Wessie used to be land. And as I continue my journey and my descent, my final descent to that land, there's some thank yous that I must do. First, Stephen Zach. Thank you. I do want to tell you that I did not write a speech because I wanted to make sure that I look each of you in your eye as I say thank you. I did not want to read and look at you. I wanted you to know how much I appreciate each and every one of you. South Florida, our community is so amazing. 25 years and we thank you. Exactly 365 days ago, I was here. So I would want to make sure I thank my judges, Jason, Don Leach, Jeremy, Muncie, the former Mr. Indiana, Chad Bush, thank you. I know I saw you around here somewhere. And to Buckley, who kept us together back there, thank you. To my class brothers, I saw Kent, thank you. I love you for always supporting me, for Brian, for Troy. I could not have done this entire year without the continued support that you have given me, my class brothers. To the entire community who supported me through fundraisers, through times when I looked crazy. But when you said, take a rest, we got you. I thank you. To my Onyx family, I thank you. When I stepped up, my job, I felt, was to ensure that we showed the rest of the world how wonderful South Florida was. Yeah. That the rest of the community knew that not only are we sexy leather folk, but we do it so much better, and they needed to be educated on how wonderful we were. So I went out there, and I made sure that I blended the community tree. Because leather is a tree with many different branches. And the only way, thank you, and the only way to do that is if we incorporate rubber. We incorporate our siblings. We incorporate those who perform on a daily. Our drag siblings, our critters. And I say critters, not just puppies, because there's unicorns, there's horses, there's so many. Our critters. We cannot leave nobody behind as we continue on this journey. So I thank you as well. To David Howell. You drove me crazy. If David did not see me, David said, where are you and why you not here? However, David also said, we got to get you to IML. So this is what we're about to do. And he joined that ride with me, fundraising. He put me in some places, let me tell you. I had no idea, yes. We'll talk about the shots in the booty later. We got pictures, there's evidence. To Spirit. Spirit Onyx. These are the back alley fans. These are all your back alley fans. I did not have a sash wife. So Spirit stepped up and said, we got this, we gonna make this happen. And he was with me every roller coaster way to IML and to here. I love you and I thank you. I just want to talk a little bit about IML. Bill, I thank you for getting me ready. I just want you to know, not only did we make top 20, but we made number 10. And I will share with you that I was a little sad coming back home. I was afraid to come back and stand on the stage and face you all. But it was David and Bill that said, guess what? You made the podium and we made the stage and we haven't done it in a long time, and people know how wonderful, how great, how remarkable this leather community is, and I thank you. Leather is alive. So as I begin to make that final descent and step aside and allow the next champion to take this, I say to them, no, you're not filling my boots. All you're doing is taking over the brand. Because we all got a favorite pair of brand boots that we like to wear. So it could be Wesco, it could be Corcoran, it could be whatever. You're now taking that over and making that journey, those boots, all of this experience yours. So champions, congratulations. What I need you all to do though, is the same applause, the same excitement, the same encouragement for these brothers back there. No matter who wins tonight, they deserve your support, they deserve your love, they deserve your encouragement. Because leather is what? As I descend, as we land, I say to you, support each other, support your siblings. We've been here 25 years. Do not let someone come in and ruin what we have here 25 years. Stand up for your siblings if you see someone messing, attacking, hurting. Because leather is what? The legacy will continue. I am proud to say that the next champion has a sash. One of the great things about our bar is that we have a legacy sash. This sash is touched by all of the champions on that wall of fame. We do not cape it and give another one a brand new sash. So this legacy continues. 25 years. Everyone say 25 years. 25 years. This person, the champion, has a sash to carry with them for 25 years. So we now have a trend. Every 25 years, we make a new sash. So when you see that person, again, remember that they have to carry that legacy of 25 years. They need your support. Because I made top 10, whoever that champion is right there, we claiming that podium next year. I thank you.
Elimination, Mr. Ramrod 2018. You know, during my title year in 2006, when I went up to IML, people walked up to me, they saw my patch, and they go, "Oh, the Ramrod, I love Boston!" That is no longer the case. That is no longer the case. The Ramrod, whenever I run into people and I say I'm from Fort Lauderdale, the first thing that comes out of their mouth is the Ramrod Bar. The Ramrod Bar has made its mark on the world. We're here for 25 years, and I hope we're here for 25 more. Keep doing what you're doing. We are making a difference. All right. I promised you I was getting off the mic. I'm going to heed that promise. And I'd like to bring to the stage first Russ Johansson, Mr. Ramrod 1996. He will be presenting the second runner-up. I'd like to bring to the stage. They're down here. Your contesting years are over. Love ya. Scott Blumstein, Mr. Ramrod 2018. And David. So let me bring the contestants back to the stage for one last time. Contestant number 1, Randy Lee. Contestant number 2, Blade Onyx. Contestant number 3, Corey David. And contestant number 4, Cruz.
All right, guys, you ready to find out who the winners are? This year's second runner-up is contestant number 3, Corey David.
If you want to go out to a picture,
They can go out there full of people.
with Corey. Not in Corey.
Come on.
You want them all.
Russ wants the limelight.
Come on, Russ, you've had your moment. Get off stage. All right, guys, you ready for first runner-up?
Yes.
Contestant number 1, Randy Lee.
You had another.
All right, and our tonight's winner, Mr. Ramrod, 25th year, contestant number 2.
All 4 contestants did an amazing job this year. I'm very proud of every one of you.